Hey, Cowboys Nation! Welcome back to Cowboys News TV, your #1 source for all things Dallas Cowboys. I'm Dion, and today we've got an exciting show lined up for you. We're going to look at some notable players who are holding out from their respective teams or holding in, and who could potentially be Cowboys trade targets. Yes, there's a notable name that you all know, and we'll get to him in just a bit. But first, I want to give some shout-outs to our most active commenters on the most recent video. A big shout-out to Agegamer and at ISA Cells for each commenting over 20 times. Thank you both so much, we appreciate you. If you guys like these shout-out challenges we do via comments and other activities, show it by liking today's video. It's a good way for us to know if you're enjoying this and not just the 3 to 5 people who always try to win those shout-out challenges. Alright, let's dive into today's topic. We're discussing the Amari Cooper situation, among other potential trade targets for the Cowboys. Recently, it was reported that the Browns don't have Amari Cooper present at training camp because he's holding out looking for a new contract. I sent out a tweet about this saying, I have an idea, and a lot of people liked it. Is it realistic? Here's my trade idea. How about offering a 5th and a 6th round pick swap for Amari Cooper? I know, it's not a lot to give for a really good wide receiver, but would that be enough for Amari Cooper hypothetically? Let's break this down. The receiver position is one area I would be interested in upgrading. I love CeeDee Lamb, I like Brandon Cooks, and I see potential in Jalen Tolbert, Kavonte Turpin, and Jalen Brooks. But none of them are as good as Amari Cooper. I would hope this organization has learned enough to admit that maybe they messed up trading away Amari Cooper and getting back next to nothing for him. Cooper has been really good in Cleveland, racking up over 1,000 receiving yards again despite inconsistent quarterback play. He made some big plays last year for the Browns and is now looking for a new deal. His current deal was set to pay him at least $20 million, and while most of the high-paid receivers in front of him are younger, Cooper is still producing at a high level. Now, let's address the major issues here. First, I don't know why the Browns would trade him. They don't have a #1 receiver to replace him unless they make a big move, which seems unlikely. Second, I don't know if the Cowboys would be willing to publicly admit they made a mistake. Even though Amari still lives in Dallas and apparently plans to keep training in the area until he retires, the Cowboys have shown a reluctance to spend big money on players not already on their roster. Paying 2 receivers upwards of $60 million per year combined is just not something they seem willing to do, as much as I'd like it to happen. So, do you miss Amari Cooper? Y for yes, N for no. This is the pinned comment on this video, so if an ad break comes, take advantage and head down there to vote. Another name that's been floated around as a potential trade target is Courtland Sutton. The Broncos wide receiver is looking for a new contract and a bit of a pay raise. His play hasn't been stellar recently, falling short of expectations and recording under 830 yards each of the last 3 seasons. But the Broncos trading him seems unlikely as they try to make a push with their current roster. Sutton did show up to minicamp despite his contract situation, so it's more of a half holdout. But Denver isn't likely to make Marvin Mims, Josh Reynolds, and Troy Fumagalli their receiving core while pushing for a playoff run. Cowboys Nation, what are your thoughts on these potential trade targets? Do you think the Cowboys should make a move for Amari Cooper or Courtland Sutton? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit that like button and share it with your friends. Let's keep the conversation going and see what everyone thinks. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on Amari Cooper's impact during his time with the Cowboys. From his explosive debut to his consistent performances, Cooper was a key part of our offense. Trading him away was a controversial decision, and it's worth considering if bringing him back could reignite our passing game. Let's dig deeper into the potential trade scenarios and why they might make sense for the Cowboys. First, Amari Cooper. His return could provide the Cowboys with an immediate boost in the receiving core. Despite the talent we currently have, adding a proven performer like Cooper could elevate our offense to new heights. Cooper's familiarity with Dak Prescott is another factor. The chemistry they built during their time together was undeniable. Reuniting them could bring back that dynamic connection, which is crucial for our playoff aspirations. The move could also take some pressure off CeeDee Lamb, allowing him to thrive even more in his role. But what about the financials? The Cowboys would need to navigate the salary cap carefully. Cooper's contract demands could be high, but with the right restructuring and cap management, it's possible. It's a challenge, but the potential rewards could justify the effort. Imagine an offense with Prescott, Cooper, Lamb, and Cooks. It's a tantalizing prospect. Now, let's shift to Courtland Sutton. While his recent performances haven't been stellar, a change of scenery and a new offensive system might be what he needs to reignite his career. Sutton has the physical tools and the potential to be a top receiver, and pairing him with Prescott could bring out the best in him. Sutton's contract situation is also less demanding than Cooper's, which could make him a more attractive option financially. The Broncos might be willing to part with him for the right price, especially if they are looking to rebuild or reallocate resources. Another name to consider is Jerry Jeudy. The talented wideout has shown flashes of brilliance and could be another intriguing target for the Cowboys. His speed and route-running ability would add another dimension to our passing game. Like Sutton, Judy's contract is more manageable, making him a viable trade candidate. So, Cowboys Nation, what do you think? Should we pursue a trade for Amari Cooper, Courtland Sutton, or Jerry Jeudy? Or should we stay the course with our current roster? Your opinions matter, and we want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments, vote in our poll, and let's discuss the best path forward for our Cowboys. Before we go, let's take a moment to thank all our subscribers. Your support means the world to us. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Join our growing community, hit that notification bell, and help us reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers. Your subscription helps us bring you more great content and stay connected with all things Cowboys. Thanks again for tuning in to Cowboys News TV. We'll be keeping a close eye on these potential trade targets and any other developments that could impact our team. Stay tuned for more updates, analysis, and insider information. Until next time, go Cowboys!